Mr. Speaker, when we were here last in the House in June, I asked the Minister of Environment if he would confirm the rumours I had heard that the beverage containers program would be ending. He didn't answer my question, but his office did write to tell me that there are no anticipated closures of redemption centres. Well, last week, he has finally confirmed that the beverage containers program will end on April 1st, and he is also cancelling the licenses of redemption centres across the province. These centres are small businesses, Mr. Speaker, that employ people in rural communities in my riding and across the province. Does the Minister of Economic Development and Small Business think it's acceptable that the Minister of Environment is cancelling the licenses of these small businesses all around the province?
Minister of Environment and Climate Change.
Very much for this question, Mr. Speaker. Across the way, the changes are coming. There's no plans to close any redemption centres, only to improve them. It's up to each person that applies to these. We are strictly regulatory. We are not hiring and firing people. The changes that do come up are long overdue, and they will improve the redemption centres, hopefully across the province, all across the province, each and every location, because it is important to get your returnables back each and every day. It's taken a long while to get there, but there's no plans to cut anyone anytime, but to improve it. To improve it like other places across Canada, where you can drop it off 24/7, hopefully in the near future, and have it put in your bank account when it's appropriate. But it takes time to get that in place, and hopefully we'll see that improving the drop-off and redemption centres. Thank you.
The member for Memramcook-Tantramar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So I would appreciate it if the Minister of Environment could explain to us why the Beverage Containers Act is being repealed and what that means exactly for these 78 redemption centres. But I'm also wondering about the Environmental Trust Fund, because the Beverage Containers Act provides funding for the Environmental Trust Fund through this program. It creates jobs, supporting important environmental work in communities all over New Brunswick. Environmental nonprofits rely on the Environmental Trust Fund. So there is a concern that by eliminating the beverage containers program and the deposit on returnables, the minister may be ending the one stable source of funding for the Environmental Trust Fund. So can the minister please explain to us where a permanent source of funding will be coming from, and how this works with the repeal of the Beverage Containers Act?
The Minister of Environment and Climate Change.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to thank the honourable member in the opposition for the question. As the Minister of Environment, I'm prepared to commit to New Brunswickers that the accumulated surplus of the ETF, the Environmental Trust Fund, of the $41 million will be sufficient to continue investing in priority areas in the next few years. The Department is accepting applications now for November the 1st to the 30th, hoping for some changes there as well. The Auditor General wanted some changes taking place. And maybe year over year, maybe longer terms, maybe different times here, you could apply for that. These New Brunswick municipalities, community groups, First Nations, nonprofit organizations, and institutions can further apply for that. Where's the money coming from? It will be there in the future. I can't give you the exact breakdown right now, but general revenue should be able to take care of most of that. But it is our plan to have the money in place to continue with the good projects that are taking place all across the province. Thank you.